Okay, we are at level 6, so let's now look at the level 7 task. Extend your composition to 16 bars with increasing texture. So add to the texture by adding chords and or an ostinato. So at the moment I have 8 bars, okay? Now we had the volume increasing, what was that? We had the volume increasing at the beginning through automation. I did some other stuff, so I'm just going to get rid of what I did before. Let's make the volume just the same. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste. So I'll move the playhead to where I want to paste. So I'll Control C to copy, or right click and copy, and then I'm going to right click here and paste. Do you want to paste the automation? I don't want to paste the automation. And I'm going to copy and paste this one as well. So I'm just going to use my shortcuts, Control and C, or Command C on Macs. Move the playhead, Command V, or Control V. And don't paste the automation. Okay. So, and then if I do that one more time, then I will have 16 bars. But obviously you can't have 16 bars of the same thing, that doesn't count. So I'm going to add something to make the 16 bars different. So the first 8 bars, I've got that volume increasing. So here now, I want to have something different. So let's start with adding some chords. Now, the best way to do chords is to make them match what you've done with your bass line. So if I listen to my bass line, okay, so I just need chords that will match that. So I'm going to add a track, instrument track, and let's see, for the chords here, again, you can pick any instrument. I might actually use piano. Now, let's look at what notes I have used. So I've got C, then I've got D, and I've got E, and then I've got G. So on my chords, I want to start with C, D, E, and G. So I can literally just record, and that's a bit low. So I'm going to use that octave button. C, D, E, G. Okay, so I can do that. Another thing I can do is use different types of chords as long as they have that note. So here's my C chord, because it's got a C in it. And there's my D chord. Now, instead of using E, okay, let me change this so it makes a bit more sense. So when I get to my third chord, I can either play an E chord, or if I actually look at my C chord, it has an E in it. So I can play E instead. And again, when I get to my G chord, I can play G, or I could stay on E as well because it's got that G in it. Okay, but simply just follow the bass note. So the bottom note of your chord follows your bass line. So this is a simple one. So I'm going to go here and press play. Okay. More advanced one, I could mix up the chords. And go back to C. Okay, and I was just staying on C for those last two because it has the E and the G in it. Also, we could do arpeggios. We could do arpeggios as well, or any sort of broken chord combination. And in fact, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that because I want it to sound more thicker in texture. So I want it to be a bit busier. So I'm going to do my chords. Let's set that to chords. And I'm going to make them a bit busy. So hit record. double click, highlight all, Control A or Command A, or highlight all the notes and then hit Q or quantize. And we can see there's a mistake here, so I'm going to just remove that already because I can tell that's a mistake, it doesn't fit. And here again, that looks about right. Let's have a listen. Okay, and that was a bit late. And then we can see here it should end on bar 13. And when I've seen some people's work already, we've got these tracks going on too long, so let's make sure they're neat and tidy. There we go. I'm going to now copy that, so Control C and then Control V to paste. And the last thing for level 7, so here 13 I need to change. Now you could just do something else with the chords. So for example, you could have started with block chords and then moved to broken chords. Or we can do an ostinato or we can do an ostinato. So let's demonstrate an ostinato. I'm going to pick an instrument for my ostinato, which, as I haven't mentioned yet, an ostinato is a short repeated pattern. So let's add some flutes. Flutes are quite morning-like. So I'm just going to have something short that can just repeat. And also I'm going to stick to the pentatonic C, D, E, G, A. So that is a short pattern and it's repeated over and over again. So an ostinato can last 1 bar or half a bar. Okay, so let's just record that. Let's call it flute or ostinato. Okay, so where's my note Q? Okay, and I just changed the picture. You can see that I'm sticking to the pentatonic, so I'm using E, G, and A. Okay, let's record that in. And again, because it's short and it's repeated, I can record it once and loop it. So double click, Control A and Q, quantized. And I can see my last note there is a bit short, so I'm going to manually extend that note so it's the same as the others. Okay, and then this, I'm going to click at the top right and loop it. Okay, so this is now at level 7, because every 4 bars we have a change and it's getting thicker or louder.